Hey, so I wanted to talk about something that came up in a conversation with a friend the other day. He went to a church service and told me he got kind of freaked out. People were jumping, shouting, shaking, saying they felt the spirit, and he was like, "Is this normal?" And I'm just sitting there like, "Yeah, but also not my style." Because for me, well, communion with the divine doesn't feel like getting zapped by a taser. It's not chaos. It's not theatrics. It feels like stillness, peace, bliss. The kind of deep inner knowing that doesn't need validation or a microphone, just presence. Now, I'm not trying to be shady, just fierce. Everyone's on their own level, and we all start somewhere. But let's get real, not all spiritual practices are the same, and not all are coming from the same level of consciousness. I like to think of it like this. Lower forms of practice, and I don't say lower to be insulting, but just to describe stages. They are emotional, tribal, sometimes even fear-based, We are the chosen ones. Don't sin or you'll burn. Worship this being in the sky and maybe you'll get into heaven. Repent, you sluts! It's reactive, it's external, and it's a bit performative. And that's cool for awakening. That's like the baby food of spirituality. High sugar content, easy to digest, gets you feeling something, but it's not really the meal your soul longs for. Higher forms of practice, though, they're subtle, they're intimate, they happen in silence. They come from Gnosis, knowing God within you, not begging some sky deity for scraps. Like, I've had moments where I knew with my whole being that I am all of creation, that this skin, this life, this ego, it's a mask God wears to experience itself within time and space. Not in a worship me, you mere mortals kind of way, but like we're all tendrils of the same divine mind, tasting different flavors of reality, all coming from the same source. That's not something you shout about on Sunday mornings. That's something you breathe into in the middle of the night when everything's quiet and you realize you're not alone. You've never been alone. There's no ego in that place, no fear, no judgment, just deep compassion and clarity, like you're watching the whole world from behind your own eyes, but also from above it all, 360 degrees, and it really humbles you in the best way possible. So yeah, lower forms aren't bad. They're just like the on-ramp, but eventually you want to leave the highway. You want to walk barefoot into the forest, into the mystery. And if you're there or getting there, just know it's okay if people don't get it. You're not crazy. You're not woo-woo. You're just tuning into a higher signal and the static doesn't faze you anymore. Anyway, that's my little soul rant for today. If this resonates, I'd love to hear your take in the comments. Or don't. Maybe just sit with it, light a candle, be quiet, and listen to the part of you that remembers who you really are.